All right, y'all might hear some background noise, but this is my review of the first Blade movie. Sorry for the delay. Had a crazy last few weeks. Might drop a video on that whole story when the time is right. All right, so I'm gonna say this real quick before I forget it. I wanted to say this for my Blade 2 review. The only thing about one thing about these movies that rewatching them is kind of like the character of Whistler, played by I think it's Chris Christopherson, is the actor, the older dude. It's kind of weird that like they kind of have like him be kind of like a father figure type character to Blade, because it's like the actors like Wesley Snipes and Chris Christopherson, I think that's the actor's name. They seem like 10, maybe at the most 20 years apart in age. So he doesn't really do it as much in the first Blade, but in like the second Blade when he's like, hey kid, or like, hey whatever, it's like y'all look like 10 years apart in age, so it doesn't really work for me. And also I looked up in the comics, the character of Whistler, or I don't know if his character's name was named Whistler in the comics, but he was originally black in the comics, so it would make a lot more sense if they had just done that with this Blade trilogy, and just made him black, and it would have made more sense for the father figure type role. But then they still would have had to have the actors like be significantly like aged apart. So I think like with the new ones, Delroy Lindo and Mahershala Ali, I don't know how far apart in age they are, but I think that might work better. All right, the movie itself, honestly, I liked it more the second time than I liked it the first time. There were a few slow parts. It's funny to see like some of the effects. Some of the effects didn't age well at all. You're like, okay, yeah, that was clearly done on a computer. And as I said, like I like Wesley Snipes in these movies. I think he's pretty cool. But like some of the vampire stuff to me is super gross with like the blood, and then like some scenes you're like, okay, is this like some like Illuminati stuff up in here? But overall, I liked the movie. It was really good. Blade 2 is still my favorite in the franchise. But if I had to give the first Blade a rating, I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Blade 2, probably 4 out of 5 stars, and then Blade 3, um, 3 out of 5 stars. That's how good Wesley Snipes is in these movies. Even though they try to side by him in the last one, it's still a pretty good movie. But yeah, that's my review of the first Blade from 1998. Um, yeah. Oh, and also a minor spoiler. Now that I'm done, how did Whistler survive the that gunshot? I don't know. I can't remember how they said that, but yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty solid franchise. Honestly, I'm gonna be excited to rewatch these over the years. Yeah, that's my review of Blade 98. If you haven't checked it out, you like action movies, you like vampire stuff, yeah, I would definitely recommend it.